Hey guys, so for today's video, we are going to take a look at my lineup for PvP because some people were requesting to see it in action, and honestly, I feel like the build is not that strong, but some people just like seeing it in action. They really want to know how it performs. It's okay. It defends well against people who for some reason are still doing PvP at this time. Now, I'm not going to say that it can beat the top few because honestly, this build I haven't really haven't tested it against anyone strong, and my Deep Sea King is not leveled. So these are actually all just a very strange build. Okay. Now, how does it work? Uh, so when the opponents hit this lineup, okay, this is a no speed lineup. There's only one speed gear, which is on King. A single piece, not even like 4 pieces, even though I have a full speed knight set. Okay, when they hit the team, it triggers Deep Sea King's core, which causes blocks, and when they block, they actually give energy to the lineup. Now, the thing about this build is actually Smileman here. So, Smileman's job is not to do anything but take damage. He's wearing Scholar set, which causes him to heal when he blocks and takes damage. So what happens is that when he successfully heals, his passive actually transfers a part of that healing to the same row, which is where King is. And because I have Dr. Genius in the team, the passive causes King to get plus 30% damage. Now the problem with my lineup is that I'm actually too fast right now, so this might not perform how I think it will work on everyone, but let's have a look. So unfortunately, I cannot give you an even matchup like some guy who is same BP as me. In the first place, I'm using 3 level 1 units, so just take this as even. So he goes first. Okay, he triggers. You can see a lot of blocks. So you can see here that actually what happens is that the points, I get a lot of energy. He heals, and then part of that healing goes to King. Now he has the attack buff, as you can see over here. Right? So what happens is that once I finally take my turn in this slow roll build, my King will actually deal a ton of damage to their whole lineup. Oh yeah, I should be putting speed up. Boom, so this is the damage. Look at that. Everything is dead. The tanks, whoever it is, they're all dead. So the key to this build really is that if you have no speed and you want to try and kill someone, this is the perfect lineup to test that. Let's try on another person. I hope I don't lose because, like I said, I don't have a good DSK. My weak point in this build is that I don't actually have a leveled DSK. I'm just using him for the core. So I'm counting entirely on the strength of my Carnage, which you all know is very good, and my King to deal all the damage. So he goes first as usual. Okay, he gives me a lot of energy. Oh, I might have lost. See, this is why you don't try and fight against people who are strong. Yeah, so I might still win because my Carnage is very, very good. But that Amai was unexpected. Interesting, my Genius just used the heal. Yeah, so this is the other half of the build, having someone as crazy as Carnage. So what does Carnage do? Basically, his job is just to tank. And when he tanks and does this keepsake heal every single time, you can't really kill him, as you can tell here. I even have plus 30% attack, which slowly gives me the ability to finish them off. Yeah. I mean, looking at this, you can probably say that my Carnage is what is winning me the fights, but the build is legit. It's just that I can't really prove that it works right now. I mean, the only way I can prove that it works is if I have the same tail of units as everyone else, right? So I don't have such a thing. All I can say is that I have 3 level 1 units. 1, 2, 3. DSK, Sky King, and Smileman. You see, over here, you get a lot of points for the energy. He heals a bit. Transfers the healing to the back. And every one of their team is going to go first. As long as the Amai doesn't attack my King, I am good. Carnage will be enough to hold any kind of frontline attack such as these. I just go boom, one shot. Look at the damage output. And my king is not even 5 stars. If it's 5 stars, there will be a 4 to 5 million damage bomb, I think. Well, let's try on this guy. This guy was pretty strong back then. So I know you all like watching, for some reason, you all like watching whales kill F2P players, but there's no joy in that. No real joy. I don't like PvP in this game. But it's entertaining to watch. Some people like this kind of thing. Is he playing full slow roll? I think he's playing full slow roll. Can't really tell. Probably playing full slow roll. Yeah, so this is one of those times where the opponent also doesn't give a shit about speed. My whole team went first because I have more memories unlocked than them. Look at that. Look at how much damage. Even though it was just a 3 energy bomb. Quirky. Have I fought Quirky yet? I feel like I've fought Quirky already. Okay, so what is Sky King here for? So Sky King's passive adds damage to all extra type. Okay, extra, it refers to certain damage, like for example Carnage. You see this extra dash something, that's basically the extra type damage. So if you see that, like see this, everything about King is also extra type damage. And Sky King adds like 30% even if Sky King is dead. So that's why a level 1 Sky King is used here, because he boosts the damage output of King and Carnage by an insane amount. And see here, when battle starts, increase extra damage dealt by the entire team by 30% for 2 rounds. So this makes a huge difference if you are dealing this type of damage, which applies to all of King's damage, because King only deals extra damage. See? And that's pretty much it. Just a short PvP showcase since a lot of you have been requesting for it. Now, I'm not saying this is the best lineup. The best lineup for an F2P player should be the combo lineup. In fact, let's have a look at what are your options, right? So, give me a moment. Oh, it's a cold day, guys. So, where the fuck my combo actually? Yes, combo. So you want to try using combo with keepsake. If you don't have a keepsake, it's either you farm one or you somehow pray that the event comes back, because there was an event with a free keepsake. Vaccine Man. So you have 2 espers already. What you want to do from there is you want to try and get the rest in. Maybe you do golden ball with atomic plus Carnage and Charm Emperor. So these are some of the lineups you can explore. You can also do, there's another good lineup actually. If you have Tatsu, Atomic, and for some reason you drew Metal Knight, this is called the OTK build. Basically you move so fast that you can one-shot the whole opponent team. I don't like these builds because they are very they're very speed intense, and fighting on speed is always something that if you are against a stronger player with faster speed, you lose. So I like slow builds. I have no SACs myself because I'm like a shit whale. I don't whale properly, so you can see that I don't really have stars on my gear. This is the only character with stars, and that's cause if Goribas doesn't go first, it's useless. So no stars on most pieces of my gear. I'm basically just using raw pieces. Don't have a lot of oranges either. So yeah, you can tell from that that's how it works. Okay, that's all for today's video. Thanks guys.